Alex Caruso has proven effective in guarding Victor Wembanyama and Nikola Jokic. But how is he so effective? Well, I think part of it is he's genuinely playing aggressive, good defense. And in Victor's case, another part of it is that Victor is bad about getting close to the basket when defenders are walling him off anyway. And then there's also the team element because we know the Thunder are an excellent defensive team and they're shading towards these players to help stop them. But another component of this is Alex Caruso is just getting away with fouls. So we're going to watch just two clips, and this is of Alex Caruso against Nikola Jokic, and this is from the playoffs last year. So let's go ahead and play this first clip. And then if we're watching right here in the center, we have Alex Caruso just pulling on Nikola, and here you see him yanking on his arm, and I think that's his go-to tactic because when he yanks at the arm, it really takes out their base. It really takes out Nikola's base, and then it also leaves him with only one arm free. And so you see him holding on to his arm there and then pulling him to the side. So here it is. Here's the matchup once again, and then we have Alex Caruso just fouling him repeatedly, and there was the yank on the arm. So this is one of the reasons he's so effective is because he gets to continually foul Nikola Jokic here. And so let's go to another clip, and we're going to look at a different possession where Alex Caruso is guarding Nikola Jokic, and here we have him on an inbounds play, and he's holding him. And then we see that they're trying to get the ball into Nikola Jokic, but here we go, Alex Caruso grabbing his arms repeatedly. And so those are the two clips I wanted to focus in on. But you have a guy that's smaller, and you ask, well, how is he able to guard them effectively? Obviously, he's not completely stopping them, but he is making them less efficient. They're not as good at scorers, and it's because, in part, because he fouls them. So it reminds me somewhat of when John Stockton would guard players in the '90s, and John Stockton, not athletic, of course I think he was like 6'2", so he's not a big guard. So it's like, how is he able to guard some of these players? And well, John Stockton was one, he was a dirty player, but two, John Stockton was able to get away with tactics like this that we see with Alex Caruso. And I think a lot of it is that the referees aren't, if it's not a bigger player, the referees are going to let this go. And so here we see him he's fouling Nikola Jokic over and over again, and he gets away with it. I played it too soon there. Let's go back to the clip. Let's go a little bit ahead of time. So we have an inbounds play, Alex Caruso bodying him up. We see Alex grab his arm, pretend like he's not grabbing his arm, and then he drops it, and then he's on him. So Nikola actually, flopped a few times to try to draw the referee's attention here. And Alex Caruso, on some possessions, he actually does do a good job of just being aggressive, being physical, and preventing Nikola here from getting in position. I don't have the clips for Victor, but he also did a good job against Victor. But as I said earlier, the Spurs still have a problem with establishing Victor down low, especially because of his slight frame. Victor's put on significant muscle, but he's still able to be pushed around in part because he's so tall. So he just, with a shorter player, they can root him out sometimes. And so, but Victor, I mean, Alex aside, Victor has had he continues to have problems, and the Spurs continue to have problems getting him the ball close to the basket. But I wanted to point this out because we saw on Christmas Day, Alex Caruso did a fair job on Victor, but there's also a fair he did a good job on Victor, but there's also a strong component of Alex Caruso simply being able to get away with fouling these players. He is a really good defensive player. And he's so aggressive, and he's also smart, and he's detailed, and he doesn't give these other players any room to operate. So I do think there's a lot of good defense on his side, but the referees are also letting him get away with a lot of fouls.